Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's get into it. Okay, I see a few people tweaking in. Like we're gonna just tweakle on in. Meaning that they are not sending out a notification for this. I get it. It's cool. So we just come like this. Wow, I don't even know what that means. Yeah, I know. No notification. I have no idea how to even respond to you about that. But yeah, they're not sending out notifications for this. I never expected them to. Maybe that's the case too. I kind of knew this would be the outcome. I don't know. It might be best served if I make a regular video than going live. You know? But we'll see. Let's talk about it. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to put the video out. All you guys, make sure you donate to the page and make sure you support the page by clicking the link in the description box, hitting the Streamlab up, and definitely support the page by hitting up the Cash App and supporting it. But let's talk about what's going on here and the whole scenario altogether. Now, Jay-Z is in line to be a part owner of an NBA team. I mean, NFL team. Jay-Z is also part owner of the Baltimore Orioles, 12.5%. Now, Jay-Z had to inform the NFL, Roger Goodell, and all the people at the NFL office that he is not an owner in Roc Nation. In Roc Nation Sports, the sports agency, he has been removed so that he can have ownership into the team. He's already transitioned himself away from being with Roc Nation Sports. He has nothing to do with Roc Nation Sports as far as them representing clients. He's moved on to that to part ownership. Now, besides that, right? Because we're still here doing it. Besides all that, Jay-Z and everyone else involved decided when to do this deal with the NFL. When was this decided? When was it decided to do this deal? See what I'm saying? This type of deal that's done and was inserted and put on the table was something that no one else was even preparing to hear about. Why? Why weren't they preparing to hear about this deal? The fact that this deal was leaked out is another reason people are feeling a certain way. It's more than crabs in a barrel. If the barrel all it's more than the crabs in a barrel. If you outside the barrel pouring crabs into the barrel, that that that's a whole different thing. He's out the barrel. He's pouring people back in. No, we talking about Major League Baseball. He owns like 12.5%. They said it's reported that he owns 12.5% in the Baltimore Orioles baseball team. Now they're saying he's going to be a part owner of an NFL team eventually. He's going to have a significant role as being a part owner. My thing is, okay, so what this mean? He's going to hire Colin Kaepernick to this NFL team, put him on the bench, and that's supposed to save the day. That's big news. Why come when people have an ownership, people think they're going to be making deals and bringing people on and doing that? It doesn't work like that. Now you think he's going to come in and be Jerry Jones? If another person asked me about Desiree Perez when I did that video over a year ago, about 2 years ago, I love how somebody regurgitates something back up and then they bring it right back into existence. It's like you never spoke it up a day in your life. Well, the situations have always pivoted and went to different places. And because it's Jay-Z, it's always going to have a monumental type of effect to it because of who he is and his stature. And we finna go through a lot of stuff right now. Hold on, I'm just responding to some people because I couldn't make it somewhere I wanted to be. I had to get some rest. My bad, man. I was just super tired. I overslept what I was supposed to oversleep. Hey, the body knows what the body knows, man. So I was just drained completely. So Now, this is what I want people to do. I want you to remember some things. I'll swim when I need to. If it's a matter of I got to swim to survive, put me in that water, I'll be on the other side. If you had that happen, I'd be like, I just made a decision. I wasn't going down. Now, let's look at the gist of what's really going on here. Jay-Z has gotten a lot of credit for getting to where he is today, and deservedly so. Jay has worked really hard on rebuilding his image. And you're like, why would Jay have to work on rebuilding his image? I'm going to explain all the things down here to get you where you're at right now. Things that Choke has said about Jay-Z, it's true. The majority of it is true. Never ever said he was a liar. The things I spoke about Jay-Z, true. Never said he was a liar. I got letters from Jay-Z's lawyers. I'm quite sure Choke has got them. Probably Star has got them. Everybody who uses Jay-Z's name has gotten some type of a letter. Jay-Z had lost the hyphen in his name, and he won it back in court. Well, time expired, so he was able to get his hyphen back in his name. So he put the hyphen back in his name. So he used to be Jay-Z without the hyphen, and now he's back to Jay-Z with the hyphen. So if you use the hyphen in the title, the lawyers are going to be on your butt, and that's going to bring the attention. Now, with that being said, let's go back to where he started to make these changes. Now, dealing with people that he knew and high in the business with Leor Cohen and hanging with Leor and becoming close with Leor's group, he was able to go into a realm where other people could see him do different things. And when Jay was successful is when he was using that Philly flow. So when he was using the Philly style and had all the Philly people in his Roc Nation group and all those state property and doing all that, he had, in order for him to go to the next level, they were not going to let Jay-Z get to the next level. They let him be president of operations at Def Jam, right? While he was a president of Def Jam, he had to disassemble the crew that he was with. He had to cut off the people that he had that they were not going to let him take to the next level. And Jay knew this. That's why he got the song. Everybody can't go, and I'm already home. Everybody can't go with you, and I'm already home. Now, with this being said, with all of this put together and all of this is being said and all of this, yeah, young Chris flow. Yeah, he used a lot of young Chris. And when all of this was being said, he used all they flow. It's Philly style, but yeah, young Chris, you definitely use this flow. I've said all this many years ago. All the songs he took, everything. But this is way bigger than that. So now Jay gets to a certain level in the company to where now, and he's at president of Def Jam, because that's what Leor do. Leor would go to a record company, get it started, put somebody who was second in charge, put them in charge, bounce, go to another record company and do the same thing. And now he controls all of music, basically. Leor Cohen stole the hip hop game from Atlantic, all of them just bounced around, put his second in charge there that he could trust and take everything. Now, that's how he took that over. Jay-Z is one part of that, and he was at Def Jam. They basically, Jay spent all the budget money on himself. So Jay wanted to get out of the situation. At Def Jam, it was just not going well. His album didn't take off and do what he thought on the Kingdom Come, show what you got, little mama. He dumped $20 million of promotional budget money into that album. That $20 million he put into himself is the reason that Method Man couldn't get any money and videos done. Redman, nobody on the roster could get anything, and they were mad. They put out great projects and they couldn't even get promoted. It's not getting pushed. And they like, hey, you the president, Jay. They all trusted Jay. They all leaned on Jay. Like, Jay, you the president. What's up? I know we straight now. DMX couldn't get no album, like what, nothing. It was like, no DMX. So, but here's the thing, though. In defense of Jay-Z, he did promote LL Cool J's album. They did put money together for LL's album. They gave LL 2 videos, one with Jennifer Lopez in a tropical island. They paid for that. They did that. They played for 2 videos. They pushed 2 videos for LL Cool J, and he just really wasn't happy with that. He thought like it wasn't done the right way. Now, they probably didn't do it the right way, and they probably should have just did it differently. And Jay admitted that. They should have done that differently. But they did put money behind LL Cool J. But the way he was talking, and then he tried to throw a diss on a record towards LL, that's the wrong approach. That was because LL is not just somebody who will sit back. LL will smack you. So when he see you, LL, you don't want no LL problems. LL's like 6'4", solid 260. No rappers was trying to talk to LL crazy when they saw him. See, most of these rappers that you be talking about, they like 5'5", 5'6". They got all the mouth and the thunder. But L wasn't going. Now, exactly, but that's beside the point. Now, moving on from there, he left Def Jam and had a 1-year deal with what was it, Arista, that he dropped Blueprint 3 on. And that's when he gave up the hyphen. There's no more hyphen in his name. He lost it. He had to pay back $20 million to Def Jam. He had to pay Def Jam $20 million back of that budget money so he could get out of the deal and go over to Arista, whatever that place was. He did the 1-year deal for Blueprint 3. That's why Blueprint 3 is JAYZ all together. It's all together. No hyphen. Because he couldn't put the hyphen in there no more. He didn't have it. So he paid, that's his most expensive album to date. He had to pay $20-something million just to get out of that deal. Because Def Jam was like, look, you ain't just gonna bounce. We need that money, bro. We need that money. So Blueprint 3 was with a whole nother company. They gave Jay a fortune of money to do it. He made the one album that was Blueprint 3. And then he bounced. So during this whole Blueprint 3 promotional run, people were like, where is everybody? Why is Jay music different? Jay was moving in an entirely different way. They started the Roc Nation movement at this time. So now he's going down this road. where Rihanna, Kanye, who still with Def Jam, but they all part of a Roc Nation like movement now, where they're gonna have their own thing and they're gonna be ready to, go into another level. So now Jay's got a whole new team he's really rolling with. So there's no room for any street guys that could bring, situations to you. Now, PD Crack and all these guys, people, he changed his name to PD because they couldn't have crack on the name of his name anymore. He was gone. Beanie Siegel was gone. Anybody around him that had cases or anything with court had to be removed. Y'all could say he sold them out, but in business, sometimes you can't. It's almost like a credit check. You're going to have to disassemble, but they're not going to allow you to be in a certain position that the upper echelons are, and then you are associated with these people. You could have very far association where you don't never see them. And someone else says something to them. You give word back to talk to them. But you can never be seen with these people anymore. That's going to make them feel uneasy about putting you in situations. So the Roc Nation deal came in with Live Nation, and Live Nation has been, and let me get this situated right now, because a lot of people on Twitter keep coming to me telling me Jay-Z gave $1 million in Africa. He went there and built that thing. I saw the show too, dog. I saw the show where Jay was in Africa. They walked 6 miles to go to the water thing, and then they ran a pipeline down. Jay was not laying the pipe down, and it said Jay-Z donated $1 million. Let me tell you how this worked. Jay-Z did not donate $1 million. The company, Live Nation and Live Aid, they provided the funds. Jay-Z was paid to be there. You see, this is what I'll keep telling you guys about deception. All of this was set up and staged. And the reason why it was set up and staged was to make it look as if Jay-Z was doing all these charitable acts. He started wearing glasses. What happened to the glasses? Remember, he was wearing the glasses on his head to try to make him look safe. People know that people who wear glasses, people have a soft demeanor when dealing with people who wear glasses. In the business world, it breaks down barriers. This has been mentally proven. They do tests and studies off this. The University of Phoenix, Arizona is another university that does this. They pay people to do these crazy tests. People's attitude towards people change once they see them in glasses. They feel less threatened by people with glasses. So Jay-Z would wear glasses. And you're like, why is he wearing glasses right now? He was trying to change his image around. He didn't want people to see him. I got glasses from 50 Cent. What did 50 Cent got to do with glasses? I mean, I heard the song, but 50 was right. I mean, we saw it. I saw it. Jay was wearing glasses because Jay tried this before with the nappy hair. Remember, he cut it. He had the nappy hair then. He was going for where he's at now then. And this is back in like 2007. 2007. 2007 to 2009. I'll say 2009. And 50 made the song when he was like, what's up with Jay? He's wearing glasses now and dressing like a yachty. So he was trying to reposition himself then, change his image up. So Jay's a hustler. He knows how to hustle at any level. Hustle just don't mean drugs. I told you, hustle means all these different levels and acts. So that's what Jay was doing. He was hustling you. And this whole thing here was an opportunity. This guy here turned down this, like, no, we're not gonna do the Super Bowl. Nah, we gotta fight. And this dude was on Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live with a doggone Cap jersey, a Cap shirt on. He used Cap's whole movement so that he could bounce in. Dame was forced out. Dame Dash could have been right there with Jay. He could have been. But Dame wanted Dame. The more Dame got, the more Dame ego grew. And Dame ego is too big for the world. And he just ultimately disrespectful. They're going to make him a part owner, but that doesn't mean Cap is going to be hired. My whole thing is this. I don't understand what Jay-Z is saying, because I said that back when 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the kneeling. After the first season was over and everybody kneeled, I said, okay, what's the next step? People still talking about kneeling the next year. It's like, what? Okay, what is your plan? What is the plan? Who has the plan? What everybody's gonna do now? This is what we talked about immediately with the Real Brothers. When we did the Real Brothers series, if you don't believe me, there is a playlist on my list of playlists, and it says the Real Brothers series. Go up there and listen to Colin Kaepernick. We tell you the whole thing. We never was with Cap. Me and my buddy was never with Cap because we knew exactly what was going on that no one else knew, because they didn't follow it. They just followed the press and the controversy. So if you followed the controversy, this is where you were going to lead up to. You were going to be stuck in this boat, in this barrel. Well, you got one real brother here. The other real brother don't want to do it. So that's just it. I told you that Jay-Z had part ownership of the Nets because they used him to tear down Brownsville and ship those people who've been in those houses for 30 some years out of there. They used him to gentrify that area, and that property value went up. So now the brothers and sisters that's been living there for 20 and 30 years, their rent is going up for no reason, and now they're being forced out of the places that they live to go live in some other place that they never lived before in their life. You got 60-year-old people, you have elderly women who are 70 plus, and a lady living there with her mom, and they all getting kicked out because Jay-Z put a smile and a face on to come on over there to welcome everybody over to Brownsville to make the transition smooth. It's sad. Gentrification happening right in front of people's face. I spoke about it years ago, yet no one remembers. I gotta keep telling you, we keep speaking about this stuff, but if y'all ain't paying attention, y'all just not paying attention. All of it's coming around in one big circle. One big circle is coming all the way back. If anybody believed Jay-Z was doing something because he cared for Cap, you have to be the most retarded human being on this planet, because Jay-Z can give a damn about Cap. And I don't blame him. I don't blame Cap for what he's doing either. Cap sat over here and fooled all of you. Cap was capping for himself. So now, you said video buffering. I don't know why it's buffering. It's working fine on my end, but you know, they could be doing their magic. Then you got people saying, we ain't going to stop watching the NFL. If it was for social injustice and we really felt it was for social injustice, I would stop watching the NFL immediately if I felt they were the problem. My thing is, why are you pushing the NFL for social injustice? The NFL never did anything to you. You see what I'm saying? You guys have been sent down a road of nonsense. And I feel sorry because you guys have been duped. You have literally been duped. I told you 1,000 times, Cap didn't take a knee. Cap sat down. He sat. I had a shirt that said, I don't sit with Kaepernick. I don't sit with him. Because it had nothing to do with no flag or nothing like that, because I knew what he was doing it for. He was trying to get released and traded by the San Francisco 49ers by shaming them. He wanted to be looked at as standoffish. He was sending that message out so that they would get rid of him. So when they brought the attention to him, he said, I'm just doing that, to show my respect for the brothers, for the police brutality and all of these things that happened in the past. Kaepernick has never retweeted or tweeted anything about any of the police brutality incidents prior to that at all on his social media page. Not a retweet, not a this is ridiculous, nothing. He said nothing. So when it was going on, he had nothing to say. Now when he's playing, he's like, well, I just wanted to find the right time to find something to do. No, you wanted out of San Francisco and they couldn't trade you and you didn't want to take a pay cut. So now you're stuck in San Francisco. You was upset. So you wanted to force a trade. That is what he did. He wanted to force a trade. He did that, and the liberals picked him up and said, this is the moment we've been waiting for. He's our symbol. And the liberal advisors start saying, don't you talk anymore. We'll do the talking for you. Oh, don't worry. Put him in a black leather coat, gave him a leather glove. He's holding his fist up. It was a joke. Then all of a sudden, he's sitting over there like he's the new Martin Luther King and all this. It is a travesty of what they allowed to happen under Colin Kaepernick. And then they got him out here running around, protest, doing all these charity events. Like, look what he's doing for the community, though. He's putting up his own money. He's not taking money from the jerseys. He's putting it all in there. Yeah, they got on him about the socks, and he went too far with the socks, and yeah, they got rid of that. So they cleaned that up real quick. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like two snakes, and one snake is mad that the other snake bit him and got to the rat before him. It's like, dude, that was my rat. I've been working on this rat for a while now. He was like, look, you messing around. I don't need that at all. You messing around with it. I'm finna come get it done. So the other rat beat the other snake beat the other snake. No, Jay's just a better snake. That's King Snake. He's the snake that eat the other snakes. Yes, sir. That's how he moves. He's from New York. Nothing new there. All right. Jay was like, this is taking too long. I'm seeing my door. I'm seeing my opening, and I'm coming forward. So Jay got involved and tried to still hijack the movement, which he did. He started getting Beyonce involved. Like, we getting in formation. Man, we for Cap. They all dancing with Kaepernick numbers on, trying to do formation and all this crap. And all y'all went hook, line, and sinker because they got Beyonce shaking her booty. And then Jay wear a Cap shirt. We ain't gonna do this whole thing. We gotta show them we need some more. We're gonna take this to the next level of social injustice. So we're not gonna watch the Super Bowl. So he kind of get people not to watch the Super Bowl. So Jake is like, see what I can control? Now you open that door and let me become part owner. I can get the people to follow me. You see what I'm saying? So it's nothing about no Cap. Jay's always going to take the bag. This is the thing. Stop depending on athletes and entertainers to be your saviors, to lead you somewhere. They're going to walk into that corporate office. They're going to come back out and say, you know what? History was won by the winners. The history is written by the winners. You're going to be like, what happened behind that door? I thought you was going to set them straight. Oh, I did. And we're going to work something out that's better for all of us. You know, some of the people in our movement, they had their own motives. And we're going to change. We're going to sit down and communicate. We're going to work together. And Cap is like, wait a minute. I'm not in that room. Then you had a representative. What's so funny is everybody in that room was a butt kiss snake. You got Charlemagne in that room. You had Tiki Barber in the room, a kiss butt. And what happened? They interviewed a kiss butt Tiki Barber. And what he says, well, Cap and Jay-Z, they spoke. Cap girl was like, Jay never speak to Cap. She was like, Jay didn't speak to Cap. Where's he getting that from? That's a lie. He did not speak to him before he went out there. My thing is, if you was going to do some deal that basically was off the energy of Cap, why wasn't Cap in the room? Why didn't you say, man, I spoke to Cap, we good, when all the questions was flying around in there? And even the puppet Charlemagne said, man, I just feel Cap should at least have a job. Everybody was talking about Cap. To the point when it got to Jay, he didn't even really have nothing to say too much. But you know what the issue is? Do you know what the issue is? We all know what the issue is, right? Okay, now we got to talk about the next step. Now we want to take the next step. Okay, we got here. Now what we want to do? Dog, we've been talking about the next step for 2 years. Why do you think I never backed it? Because there never was a next step. The next step for you was to step up into some ownership. Now, the next step after that is, what are you going to do about social injustice? How is this going to help social injustice? Capitalism is going to help social injustice. Really? Watch how this thing plays out. This is not going to go how you think it's going to go. Jay will have part ownership of a team. They're going to find a way to get Cap back in the game. Put him on a bench, and Cap won't play. Cap will not play in the league. Meanwhile, he's going to be 3, 4, 5 years probably out from football, looking ridiculous. They'll let him come out on the field, make him look embarrassing to be out there. And then what do you think? They're going to be like, well, Jay got him back in the league. Jay got him back. So right now, Jay-Z's only in charge of the creative thing for the Super Bowl. That's right now until they can find this ownership deal out. I don't know how that even leaked out, by the way. I know somebody's job is in trouble because that's information that's not supposed to leak. Not supposed to leak at all. Somebody's mad. Somebody was mad, and somebody is feeling like we got screwed. We got screwed here. And if they think they just finna waltz in and waltz out, I got a surprise for them. So yeah, they're gonna do something else. Anybody can have ownership. I could give you 0.5% ownership into a company. You know what? You could write down that you are a part owner. But what does that really mean? I can give you 1% ownership. I can give you 49% ownership. You know what? You can own 49%. You'll have a good check, but you can't make any decisions. The 51% owner, he makes the majority of decisions. He can out veto you. He has that 1% vote. Actually 2%, but that's what it comes down to. I own it a lot. But my thing is this. Hit the Cash App, donate to the page. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. Click the link in the description box and make sure you want to super chat donate. That's the perfect way to do it. Now, I see why you might feel that way, but I don't. I feel differently than a lot of people about situations like that. Jay-Z is an entirely different human being when it comes to business. You know, and I feel in my heart of hearts that he's doing what's best for Jay-Z. I feel in my heart of hearts, Jay-Z is always going to do what's best for Jay-Z. And that's just really just the gist of it. So when you feel that way and you see the way it plays out, you say to yourself, wow, this dude is really something. This Jay guy is for real. Like, he's for real with the business. He's been doing this a while now. This isn't the first rodeo for them. They understand what's at stake. They understand how to play it. They understand the way it should go. They understand a lot of it. Now, when you see a situation in which the people here are saying something different, then you're like, oh, okay, all right, I get it. You know, I'm really picking this up now. I'm seeing something different transpire in front of my face. You know, Cap got played. He did. He got played. They used him. But the thing is that he played a game where he was trying to do something. It spun way bigger than anything he could ever imagine. He got rewarded out of it. Nike came and gave him a big contract. So they made sure he had money, and people used him as the battery for their movements. And they own their personal agendas. It's like the movie Troy. When the general and them and all them people, they unified Greece and they agreed to go over there because the guy's wife got taken. They didn't go over there to free all them thousands of ships, hundreds of ships coming over to Greece. Coming over to Troy. Then he tells him, brother, this is my wife, my honor. They was like, man, we didn't come 1,000 miles. We didn't sail out here all these days on this water to come for your horrible wife. We came for Troy. We didn't come out here selling for your over wife. We came for Troy. Right. He's like, brother, you my brother, but we ain't come out here for this. We came for Troy. I'm not gonna buy into all that, dude. Y'all need to stop with that Reggie Wright clowning somebody stuff. Stop. You just making yourself look crazy. Now, it's always one. Always one person come here try to start something with somebody. Me and that dude, we good. So we got no problems. Now, they're about to arrest Cap next. Now, what's gonna happen is they're gonna end up having to give him a job because what this did is this backfired. And that's why they was like, look, we know we was gonna get some, some headway at first, but once they see I'm part owner, now that's gonna take the pressure off. And then I'm gonna start hiring. They think Jay-Z finna just start hiring brothers. Yo, we need that black man, we need this black man, we need that black man, and give me that black man. It's my team, it's Jay team, this is the Roc Nation, the Brooklyn Roc Nation football team. Cap is the starring quarterback. They're gonna be Jay-Z all right now. Watch, it's gonna happen. So you gonna do something crazy where y'all gonna be like, "Go ride, Jay." I knew Hope wouldn't leave us out here like that. Jay ain't the type that's gonna let his name just go out there and get bashed up like this. But what this has done is caused division between Cap, the people that's following Cap, and the people that's following Jay. And believe me, it's a lot of celebrities going over with Jay's side, and it's a lot of brothers that's over there with Cap. Like, told you about that guy. Told you about that guy. Because Jay was foul in the way he did it. If you do something like this, and why don't we have 100 likes? That is crazy right now. This thing should be well over 100 likes. I just noticed that right now. What is going on over here? We got 316 people, and we don't even have 100 likes. What is going on here? Am I asleep? Did they not refresh this? Jay don't need approval. Oh, no, but you do need approval from somebody who started the movement. You better at least talk to that person. So a lot of times, a lot of things went totally wrong because people felt like they didn't need to do something. I don't need to check in. I don't need to say this to somebody. I don't need to do that. What I need to check in? What do you mean? Check in. Check in with who? Well, Rihanna lost a lot of money. She got it now. So do she have it now? But she lost a lot of money early on. And they lost a lot of record sales. Kanye suffered from this early on. Kanye, like, look, if it wasn't for them Yeezys, do you know where Kanye would be right now? Kanye would be somewhere like, I will produce for food. That Yeezy money came in and saved him. Now, if it wasn't for the Yeezy money, they'd be out in the cold. But because he got a hit shoe that looked like trash and they could sell it overpriced, and brothers and goofy looking stony rich white kids are buying these shoes, it's keeping him in his mansion. And Adidas cut a check that they shouldn't have cut, because now they kind of spent too much money on the Yeezys. And they didn't get back what they thought they were going to get back. So that re-up going to be a little bit different. But he convinced them. But this is nothing that most people don't know already. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that most people in the game don't know or haven't figured out on their own. Kanye West has always been in fashion. Since he was in high school, he went to a arts high school. He went to a high school for arts in Chicago. So he was always there. Dame was right. Dame was right, but also Dame was wrong. People don't understand that people can be right and wrong at the same time. Yeah, you're right when talking about somebody else, but why don't you talk about what you did? See, everybody always talk about, oh man, I did this, that person did this, and they did that. That's why I say, if you always want to know the truth, put two liars in the room and let them talk, and then you'll get the truth. There you go. Put two lies in the room. They'll be telling lies back and forth on each other, but they be telling the truth about each other. And you'll get the truth out of all that stuff put in there together. Now, look. The whole thing is this. When everyone was there and doing their thing and celebrating and performing and going all out, what was everybody else doing? Mac Fat, we've already discussed that. I was on Instagram today. I kind of got a lot of good rest today, so my body needed it. No, I keep telling you, Dame didn't tell you all the stuff he was doing. Dame was taking money from other businesses to open new businesses, which is a practice that has been done by other companies for years. But when Dame did it, they made it look like it was a problem. The problem with Dame is he was doing things and just moving 100 miles an hour, and he was on the right track. It's just that he was taking the short end of everything. Dame wasn't putting himself into a position where he was looking to take the best deal. He was hustling. Like, I just want to get in the game. Yo, let's get this. Yo, forget them. They talking about doing that. I'm going to start and I'll get 100% ownership of this instead of partnering with a brand that was going to help establish your brand. You could have worked with like Hennessy and all these other companies that was already established. You go with these little smaller markets that's like, we'll give you 50% ownership. We want to be owners with the big boys. Now you got to go and worry about costs of dealing on all the things that you never had to deal with before as an owner, distribution, cost. All these things start to take an effect on how you go about condoning your business. Now you're responsible with all these responsibilities would have fell on the company, the monies, the taxes, the shipping, the import, export, all this stuff comes on your back. Now you're the owner now. So now these extra expenses are coming in and you're making the company weak for a takeover. Or one thing goes wrong, if the company start losing money, then boom, you're in a whole different state. Sometimes you expand too fast and you make yourself thin because you keep trying to take something that's there that's very small. And yeah, he took advantage of people who had deals and offers on the table, and he turned it into something else. Dame was always about growing way past hip hop a long time ago. Dame was always involved in getting deals done, getting people involved to grow and expand and cross brand, but he was always doing what was best for Rockefeller. And he was trying to exclude everything and make sure they don't lose their identity of who they are. So only thing he did was he was very arrogant in dealing with situations and the way he treated certain people who worked for him. He kept stealing credit for a lot of stuff he didn't do. And that was bad. And the people that he downed, they were beneath Dame at the time. Now they're in a position where they're making decisions. And now the same people you disrespected, you got to go to and say, I need a favor. And Dame was at the point where I don't need them. And which I understood too. Dame was at a point like, I don't even want to do music. I don't even want to have nothing to do with hip hop no more. I'm going in other directions. And they're stopping those. See, that's the problem with relationships. They're making it difficult for him to get stuff done here, there, and here. Because those same people we told you about, they are not just in hip hop either. They have friends in all different factions. So when you disrespect them or you get on their list, they don't want to see you in places that they might be frequenting. So unfortunately for Dame, things didn't work out in his favor. Because to be better, you have to do better by yourself. And every time Dame keep coming back to the music, because that's his original bread and butter. He wants to do other things and has made money successfully in other things. They keep bringing him back to this. And then now he's back to here because this is where his lane and hustle is to get money. And everybody keeps screwing that up for him. Dame would have actually made it and done well. He would have had art galleries set up, black art galleries. Dame actually hired black people. I'm serious. He gave black people a lot of jobs. I don't know about his dating thing of he only dates white girls. That's not, I don't care who he dates. And welcome to the 1 hour mark. Hopefully you guys have hit the Streamlab up and donated to the Streamlab or hit the Cash App up. Because I'm only here because of the people that donated, like Harold hit up the Cash App. you get an hour. So you got a whole hour because they donated a lot to hear this whole thing play out. Boom. Y'all mad because I know how to dress. Boom. Boom. I'm hip hop tonight. Yo, I do not sing, but I make a song. I hope you live your life and I hope you live long. Oh no, I ain't dressed like that. I'm dressed in it. Hey, yo, done. Yo, son. I used to have a Mac and kept hacking the engine. Had to blow up the spot with crack set attentions. Permission to blow up the terrorists. The Hooter girls, I know what some of them are right now. Not all of them, but I know what some of them are. Yeah, well, when Jay sailed him under the river, don't tell me I didn't tell you so. When all these decisions start being made, you're going like, man, why Jay do that? That's how brothers gonna react. They ain't gonna see nobody else doing work. They just gonna see Jay. And that's exactly what the NFL wanted you to do. They want to turn your attention away from a process of a movement towards social injustice and turn that light to the game. Can we just watch the game? Exactly. My thing is, why do you want the NFL? What is this going on with the NFL? Thank you, Strategy King. What does the NFL have to do with social injustice? You know why? What this has to do with? Ching! Money! Money, 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 money! Money! Money, 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 money! 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 That's what it's all about. They want a check. They want the NFL to cut the check because breast cancer awareness gets a check, diabetes get a check, heart disease get a check. All the NFL's cutting these checks and wearing banners and celebrating all the troops and things of this nature. They was like, hey, we need a check for social reform. Who gonna be at the end cashing those checks? And are we gonna get social reform? I don't think we're gonna get it. What are you saying? But I know who finna get it some money. Jay-Z and Roc Nation. So they played it once again. And once people realize that you have to pay attention to those who have your best interests in mind and people who don't have your best interests in mind. And find out what's going on. What's the plan? What are we doing here? We're going to have the conversation. Okay, what's the conversation? A conversation about what? No more private room meeting conversations. Stream that crap on YouTube. Say, look, we stream it on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and put it out to the world. Let the whole world hear what's affecting them. Everybody's frauds. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I spent a whole hour and 5 minutes to tell you everybody's frauds in this whole story. Cap's no hero. Jay is another snake. He's a bigger snake. Little snake got ate by bigger snake. And the rat's gonna get away. When you make a deal with the devil, do you see people think the devil wants something? The devil always bargains for one thing, your soul. Why? Because he knows you don't know the value of it. He knows what a soul means. You don't. And he knows that. He doesn't want your love, your trust. He give you money, he give you everything. Because he knows in the end of the day, it means nothing. Your soul. It's worth way more. But the devil knows that. You don't. And that's why he always requests it. And that's why he always gets it. He doesn't need souls. He just knows they're valuable. They're like trophies to the devil. He's vanity. He's all of these sins. This man challenged God because he wanted to be in charge. He wanted power, right? The devil wanted power. And he got shown power. Got cast it out. So now we were chosen to have the earth and rule. How do you think the devil would feel about that? Not very good. And he said, you think they're worthy over me? Them? You chose them over me? And I couldn't rule, and you chose these guys over the angels, and you give them free will to do whatever they want, and we had to serve you? This isn't right. I'm going to prove to you they're not worthy. I'm going to prove to you that you made a mistake, God. They're not worthy. So the devil influences, corrupts, and requests your soul in exchange for power. Because he knows that's your weakness. So it's like trying to beat the devil with the Bible and try to tell him word for word about the Bible and read words back to him from the Bible. He knows the Bible backwards and forth. He was there. So he knows the Bible better than you. So people, when you watch these movies and you see people going in the Bible spitting words, hey, and then and then that works. That's foolery because he knows the Bible more than anybody. He knows God's wrath. He knows all of it. He lived it. So the only thing that could save you against the devil is your faith. He won't come after you if your faith is strong because he knows he can't break that. He can put temptations in front of you, and if you don't take or bite and you stay strong and you have faith and you're strong in the word, he fears that. The devil does not want to challenge something he knows he can't take on. He'll rather go, I'll go somewhere else. I'll do this. But I can't get you, and it irritates me. But I'm going to make your life. You're going to crack. I know ways around it to make you crack. And they'll put you in obstacles to see if you're going to crack. Influences. Because sometimes the devil speaks through people. It's influence. You ever had that person that always tell you something bad to try to get you to do something that knowing ain't good for you? It ain't good for you. That's this situation. Now apply that situation to this. The NFL, they're the Devils. And here comes Jay. Yep. There you go. Now you have your choice. Do you want to ride with this, or do you want to go down another path of a narrative? Jay only cares about money and how to continuously make more of it and stay rich at all costs. That's all. DMX told you a long time ago. It's like, listen to it. It's all in his rhymes. It's all in his song. It's nothing from the heart. DMX got soul. He got heart. But his demons is making him weak. The drugs. But he still got his heart. Still got his soul. What did X say? Man, you listen to him, right? What is this? Just like this. He's a good lyricist. But, all the words are like just straight. It means nothing. It means nothing. There's no care in nothing. He's right. He's right. DMX, his words is hard. You feel DMX hard in his lyrics. Jay's lyrics are bland. How, Clifton, I've been talking like this for years. You need to follow the playlist and then you would understand better. You've just been asleep for years. So no, that dude sound like me. Jay just has his drug is not drugs. His drug of choice is success. Like me, drugs don't throw me. Like I can't see drugs like, ooh, drugs. Let me just get a hit. I've never been a drug person. Ever. I don't even like to take prescription medicine. I don't want any of it in my system. I like the fact of staying pure, staying sharp, keeping the temple moving. Why do you need weed? It's an expensive, ridiculous habit that's meant to destroy you and lower you deeper into the ground and keep you weak. Since weed has been introduced, there have been the worst outcome of anything we've ever had as far as mental capacity of structure. We become absent-minded on things that we need to pay attention to, and we become more docile and easily controlled. Then there's other drugs that make people like Molly and all these other things that has an effect on the brain cells that kills the brain cells, put holes in people's brains, chew on the ends that make common sense valuable. And people go out shooting their own cousins, mamas, and everything else. And now you have a war zone over people, drugs that they give popular names to make it accessible to people. And it's all a scam. one day people will understand that no, they don't bring out the creativity. You only believe that it does because you're impaired. Well, I don't sponsor any type of smoking. I don't sponsor any type of in any of those things at all. We do not do that. Here come the alcohol people. Whenever you talk about smoking, here come them smokers throwing up the alcohol people. Why you can't defend what you do without throwing something else under the bus? We don't say nothing about the alcohol people. Drunk drivers kill people more than people smoking weed. Them drunk drivers. Alcoholism is bad also. Getting drunk to the point where you can't walk, yeah, that's bad. But if somebody can have a beer or two, that's cool. No, alcoholism kills. Okay, popping one Molly can kill you. Drinking one beer ain't gonna kill you. There's people doing fentanyls and all this craziness. All of these stupid drug games they're playing, trying to inhale cinnamon and all this, doing stupid things, trying to drink a bottle of Hennessy straight, a whole bottle, and end up killing themselves. Just to try to prove a point to somebody, and they kill themselves. Try to drink a whole bottle of Fifth straight to the dome, turning it up, trying to fill a whole. Okay, let's say you accomplish that. You're going to be the sickest man in the world. All to try to win a bet. Academics don't even drink Hennessy. He barely drink. He's somebody that would drink it to be cool or sociable. But meanwhile, it's time for me to go out. I got to celebrate with some people. Deuces. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit up the Cash App. I want to see all you guys in the Cash App. The name Carcino. I'm going to see who really rocking with me. I'm out.